Hi guys, today we're going to react to Phantom Blood by Unlucky Morphues. Sorry to say, I forgot about Fuki's voice with the roaring of all the instruments and their immense energy that they put out and the hardcore feel to it. Her voice just pierces through all that and complements all the other performers perfectly. Just blows me away, her voice, every time we listen to them.
Yeah, I was thinking as soon as it started, I was like, oh, I forgot a little. Yeah, but I didn't forget about that. I just forgot how much I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like it's been a while, and as soon as she started, it's like, oh yeah.
Seeing Jill took me back to when we first listened to Unlucky Morpheus, and I went, they have a violinist, like a secret weapon, and how much I enjoyed listening to her. Very enjoyable. We should, yeah. She is a secret weapon, yeah.
It's been a while since we've done them in this proper lineup. I mean, we saw Fuki with Doll's Box and we did Quadratum and whatever, but we haven't done Unlucky Morpheus in a while, so it's good to be back. Yeah.
Yep. Remember if we've ever heard it coming from Unlucky Morpheus. There is a gesture or a nod or a hint towards classical music.
There's classical influences, no question, especially, you know, when it comes to the violin, bringing that in, and actually some of the guitars as well. But it's like this awesome rhythm under the metal, almost like a some sort of a rhythmic, pleasant sound, and over it is more like the fast drums and a guitar, and it just melts so beautifully together, also with her vocals. But as we were watching that, I was trying to think, like, what kind of metal do I think it is? But it's many subgenres, I think, involved here, because I can definitely hear some that resemble folk metal and some that resemble symphonic metal, and there's a lot going on, and it's just all comes together so beautifully. That bit of the guitar solo there was just fantastic.
I think they share an approach with many great bands. They take everybody's strengths and skill set, and they just find a way to fuse it perfectly together. They use what everybody can bring. It's like a very open-minded approach. They're not, there's no one leader to this, that it's all perfectly amalgamated.
Yeah, it's definitely something we see more from the sort of Japanese bands than, say, we would have seen from Western bands in the past, where members seem to bring their own influences into the band to this level, where it's all very different between one and the other, but they make it work by composing music that works, you know, for everyone, and it just comes up into this just amazing songs.
It also means that they're the types of people, I'm not specifically talking about just Unlucky Morpheus, but we've seen it so many times. They look for those things in other people. They have their radar on to recognize people's skill set, to recognize what they're good at and where they thrive, and use that to make the music. So I can just imagine what it's like when they're in a recording session, or where they're trying new things, or when they're working on an album. They're in tune to know each other to a deep enough level to know what each can bring.
I think we kind of noticed that when we first saw Love Bites and Bandmate, and we said that the attitude seems to be one that allows everyone to shine, and they're all lifting each other up. And it seems like with a lot of these Japanese bands, it's all about the music, and it's like coming together for, you know, for that cause, which is why it looks like a lot of these bands get along so well, why so many people from different bands collaborate in other side projects and do that so well. It's pretty amazing to watch. I don't know if, you know, in reality it exactly works in that way, where there's no egos and, you know, nobody clashes or whatever. I'm sure there are instances, but we see a lot of this type of collaboration, I guess, in many bands, probably more than we see regularly in that way.
Because it's easy to imagine that if one of them comes up with an idea for a song, then the vision is already forming in that person's head. So he might come with a certain bias to recording, to creating a new thing, and you know, because it always comes out perfectly fused with all their skill sets. That person who's coming up with the song, I don't know who writes the song in Unlucky Morpheus, but that person who comes up with the song and the new idea already has an idea of what the other members can bring, and he knows how to, he or she, they know how to utilize that. Bravo.
Nice. Every time we listen to Fuki in any lineup, it's just amazing how her voice both pierces and reverberates. It's like it does overtake everything else in a way, in a good way.
Yeah.
But Unlucky Morpheus, they have a tendency to make songs that are sort of sweeping. You know, it's like you feel like you're being swept away with the song, because it's so melodic, and you know, it just works. And again, I should say we didn't find the translation for the lyrics for this one, so we can't actually comment to the lyrics. So if anybody knows, we'd love to know what the song is about, because Phantom Blood, you know, gets your mind going in all kinds of directions.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know what the song is about. But even without the lyrics, it does sweep you away. It's just, it has that I don't know, that kind of thing to it. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, melodic epicness. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It's funny because at some point I was listening to it and I was thinking, they, to me, they're not exactly symphonic metal, but in that metal bands lineups, I think they're up there with bands like Nightwish for me.
Yeah, I
And
thought about Nightwish. Yeah,
but then it got me thinking, I would be interested to hear Fouki sing with Nightwish. You know, that would be interesting.
just point me to where that concert's gonna be at.
Yeah, here, take my money. But yeah, regardless, both bands are awesome. It's not really a slight of anything, just you know, an exciting proposition that popped into mind. But yeah, Unlucky Morpheus, they never disappoint. You know, we've heard, I don't know, we've done maybe 4 of their songs or something like that so far, and all just top notch.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think we should react to them more. That's like my go-to happy place. If you like this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
It took me back to a time, like I mentioned before, like Tom Petty and John Mellencamp, but there were all these other bands as well from, you know, non-American bands that sang somewhere around this style, like a Delamitri or Simple Minds, or even bands from Australia like Hunters and Collectors and the Black Sorrows. Even a Bruce Springsteen would kind of fit in that category. But yeah, just something very, very simple and sort of down to earth, you know.
Yeah. Looking at them live with the clothes they wear, it makes me think about people from rural towns, which, you know, farmers and people like that, because they're wearing flannel shirts and jeans and everything that has to do with the country vibe.
Thanks, guys. Again, without you, there would be no show. We appreciate everything you do, and we appreciate your time and effort. We love the engagement, and yeah, we will probably see you soon in a couple of days with a new one. So see you then. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.